Hi, this is David from Bournemouth Happy Mondays. In this video, I'm going to show you how to navigate a route. Each week I send out details of the routes, giving you a link to OutdoorActive. And what I've done is I've opened up WhatsApp here and you can see the link, and I'm going to open that now. Right, just some terms and conditions. I'm just going to accept those, and then more. That's okay. And I can see halfway up the page there's a button saying open in app, so we'll do that. Open in OutdoorActive, yeah, that's fine. And we're now on the phone app, and at the bottom you can see the route in red on a small map. I guess you'll point something out on this page. Down on the bottom, there's a little tick mark saying saved. When you first open this route, it will show download, and you need to, before you leave home, download the route by just touching that button, and you will download it. You download it without pictures, otherwise it takes a long time to download. Now, going up to the top, we can see a map button. I'm just going to touch that. Now I've got the map full screen. Now you can see the route is in red, and along the route you can see arrows pointing in the direction, and you can see a blue spot which is where I am. So the first thing I like to do is just check that I'm going in the right direction. Clearly I'm on the path. Just check that I'm going in the right direction, because the easiest place to go wrong is when you start the walk. So I'm going to just start walking, and you can see immediately I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm going to turn around and go back in the direction of the black arrow. I'm walking along, turn a little corner. You can see there I'm coming up to the black arrow. I'm going in the right direction. Before we do anything else, I want to point out in the bottom left hand corner there's a little arrow. Now when that arrow looks like that, the map is oriented to north, but if I touch it and then I'm going to touch it again, you can see it's pointing forward. Now when it's pointing forward like that, the map is track oriented. That means, looking at the arrow, you see the little arrow just where my blue button is. If I hold my phone flat, that arrow is pointing in the physical direction I need to walk, and the red line is in the physical direction I need to walk. So this is very handy if I'm not quite sure where I'm going. This is the way to see exactly where I am and where I'm going. So you will keep your pointer on track oriented throughout the walk, really. That makes it much easier. So I'm going to start walking now. This is just a little test route around my local park, Boscombe Chine Gardens. Not even going to do the whole of the gardens, but just a little bit, just to illustrate a few points that come up when you are following a route in OutdoorActive. It's only going to take 5 or 10 minutes at most, but it's worth doing. One thing I didn't point out was the S back behind me, white S on a black background. That is the start point of the route. Right, so I'm drifting along the path. It's all good. You know you can do it. You can get up that hill, no problem. Yeah, sorry, a few passers-by. You may get some traffic noise as well later on. Okay, so what I'm going to do any moment now is I'm going to deliberately go off route. Yeah, here it is. So I'm following a different path. Okay, so I'm off the route, but I can see that immediately because I'm not on the red line. I'm coming up to this circular thing, which is actually sort of a turnaround for the land train, and I can see there's a path ahead of me. The proper route is over to my right, but I'm actually going to take this path here just to illustrate a couple of points. So as I turn onto the path, you can see now the path is dead ahead of me, and I'm walking along. Now to my right you can see the route in red, and sometimes OutdoorActive will draw a red line between my position and the nearest point of the route. But the point is, you shouldn't take that literally. You can't just take that red line and walk. And this is a good case in point, because the path to my right is actually about 20 feet higher than I am, and between the two paths there is dense foliage, so there's no way I could get up back onto the proper route this way. So what I'm doing is I'm following the path, and if you're out in the wilds you'll be looking to see what paths are available to you, trying not to go off path. So I'm just carrying along this path, because I can see further up ahead it joins up with the route, so it's not really a problem. I'm just passing the basketball courts on my left. Now I'm zipping up some steps. And hey, I'm back on my route, and I can see immediately I've got to turn left. So I turn left, and the map rotates, showing me the way ahead, and it's all good. So I think this is pretty much taught all the lessons that I've got to teach. I'm just going to show you one more thing before I go. Well, a couple of things actually. First off, how to end this. This is what is we're following a route, but as we follow the route, we're also recording a track. So if I go back to route here, I think down at the bottom I should be able to end the track. No confusion, I can't see how to do it. So forget that, go back here, and I'm just going to show you, okay, this route, I know how to follow the route. How do I get to the route? In the top right hand corner there's a menu button. If I press that, and I've got plan your journey. This is an iPhone, other phones may not look quite like this, and I can plan using Apple Maps or Google Maps, and as soon as I press that, the route comes up. I press go.
Starting route to Highclere Hall, 36 Manor Road.
And I start getting instructions.
Proceed to Christchurch Road,
verbal instructions
then turn
if I've got
left.
the sound turned on. So I'm going to end the recording there.